Make way for the kings of Asian basketball. Gilas Pilipinas ends a 60-year gold medal drought in the Asian Games after beating Jordan. A digital advocacy group slams PhilHealth for downplaying the hacking of its systems and failing to respond accordingly over concerns of personal data breach. And the Land Down Under Australia vows to extend help in restoring damaged corals in the West Philippine Sea. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your weekend. I'm Riza Diaz. A digital advocacy group says PhilHealth should have admitted the possible extent of the leak of its members. Now, in an earlier interview here on One News, the group Digital Pinoys said that PhilHealth has been trying to downplay the severity of the information leak. However, hackers have reportedly leaked data they stole from PhilHealth to the surface web. Now, most of the information stolen belonged to PhilHealth employees, including photos of their GSIS IDs, addresses, ATM card details, and payrolls. However, PhilHealth members are still being urged to check on their personal accounts in case of any irregularity.
I think they're trying to cover up. They're trying to downplay the severity of the incident. Then PhilHealth has to face the truth that they should disclose how big is the extent of the breach. By now, they should be taking precautionary measures to ensure na yung database na hawak nila ay hindi mako-compromise.
For the first time since 1962, the Philippines takes home gold in men's basketball after that exciting revenge or, that win against Jordan 70-60 to reign supreme in the Asian Games. Justin Brownlee led the way for Gilas with 20 points, but guys like Ange Kwame and Chris Newsom also stepped in and provided the necessary spark to give the national team the victory. The last time the national team won a gold medal in the Asian Games was in 1962 when it defeated China to cop its fourth straight crown in the continental tournament. Now, in the words of Coach Tim Cone, this was Gilas' best game in the tournament.
We played a great game tonight. We played our best game of the tournament tonight. After beating Iran by a point and then, finding a way to that miraculous win against China by 1 point and then turn around and winning this is just like unexplainable, the feelings that we all have at this point, seemingly coming from nowhere to win this gold.
Now, despite having formed the lineup with just 12 left before the Asian Games, Gilas managed to overcome all the adversities that came their way to bringing home the gold. That's why Brownlee also thanked those who were initially included in the Gilas team, such as Calvin Abueva, Terrence Romeo, Motel Tua, and Jason Perkins.
We didn't have a lot of time together to practice for this. We had some changes with some players, even the guys who got changed, who couldn't participate. Want to thank those guys too, because they was huge for us. We're getting us prepared. They was definitely, here with us, even though they physically wasn't here. But they earned this medal just as much as we did.
Pag-asa continues to monitor the active tropical cyclones outside the Philippine area of responsibility. As of 3 in the morning, Typhoon Koinu, or formerly Jenny, is 640 kilometers west of Itbayat, Batanes. It is packing maximum sustained winds of 155 kilometers per hour, gustiness of up to 190 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, the second cyclone, a tropical depression, is located 3,100 kilometers east of the Visayas. It is packing maximum sustained winds of up to 45 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 55 kilometers per hour. Metro Manila and the rest of the country will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms due to the southwest monsoon and localized thunderstorms. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Australia will be assisting the Philippines in repairing damaged corals in some of the country's oceans. Recently, the Philippines and Australia signed the UN High Seas Biodiversity Treaty, which is a historic global treaty for the world's oceans. The Australian embassy pointed out that coral restoration can make a significant contribution to marine environment. They are currently working on projects like this in Zambales and Palawan, with the possibility of extending it to Rosal Reef, where corals have been damaged allegedly due to Chinese presence in the area. Australia has also provided underwater camera equipment to the Philippines for the coral restoration.
Coral restoration through what I call it coral IVF. So this is a process that was invented by an Australian scientist who worked out that rather than breaking corals and replanting, you have a much higher chance of restoration if you catch the spawns when they're spawning and actually artificially inseminate and plant them. And we've got parts of Zambales and Palawan where this result has been absolutely amazing within few months. So what we are now doing is training the scientists so that we can actually have spots like that everywhere that can do the same, train the scientists on the techniques. And we are looking at creating a governance center that can also help not just the Philippines, but even other countries.
Malolos Court has cleared the retired Major General Jovito Palparan Jr. in the abduction and torture of two farmer siblings in 2006. The Malolos Regional Trial Court Branch 19 acquitted Palparan in the case filed by brothers Raymond and Reynaldo Manalo for kidnapping and serious illegal detention with serious physical injuries. The farmers, whom authorities suspected of being communist rebels, were abducted from their homes in San Ildefonso, Bulacan 17 years ago. In 2007, they managed to escape their captors, whom they accused of torture.
Sobrang sakit. Dahil siyempre hindi ko naman na-expect na i-acquit nila yung mga berdugo at mga talagang sila naman talaga yung salarin doon sa kasong ipinail ko. Nakakapagtaka bakit na i-acquit. At siyempre, hindi rin ko panipaniwala dahil kanina nung binabasa nila yung nagtaka ko. Bakit 2017 kami nagkaharap ni Palparan, 2007 kami nag-meet.
The RTC noted the inconsistencies between the affidavits filed by Manalo and his testimonies in court. Palparan is currently in Bilibid prison, while the other accused individuals are detained at the Bulacan Provincial Jail. For now, the Manalo brothers are still considering their next steps, but they do not plan on stopping anytime soon.
Ang sasabi ko lang kay Jovito Palparan, sa ngayon pwede siyang mag-enjoy pero hanggang hindi pa naman tapos ang laban, hindi ako titigil at hindi kami susuko. Lalaban at lalaban kami para makamit ang tunay na hustisya.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.